Jamais vu is French for never seen. This phenomenon is experiencing a situation that one recognizes in some fashion, but nonetheless seems very unfamiliar. Jamais vu involves a sense of eeriness in the observer's impressions of seeing the situation for the first time, despite rationally knowing he or she has been in this situation before. Moulin is a cognitive neuropsychologist known for his work in the field of déjà vu, which he conducted with his former PhD student, Akira O'Connor, who now works at the University at St. Andrews. Both psychologists have appeared in BBC radio broadcasts and featured heavily in popular media in Britain and elsewhere, such as The Guardian, the New York Times Magazine, and Der Spiegel. Chris Moulin of Leeds University asked 92 volunteers to write out "door" 30 times in 60 seconds. At the International Conference on Memory in Sydney, 2012, he reported that 68% of volunteers showed symptoms of jamais vu, such as beginning to doubt that "door" was a real word. Dr. Moulin believes that similar brain fatigue underlies the phenomenon observed in some schizophrenia patients, that a familiar person has been replaced by an imposter. Moulin suggests they could be suffering from chronic jamais vu. Now working alone without the assistance of O'Connor, who left the University of de Bourgogne due to unexplained ethical dilemmas, Moulin started a study to capitalize on his past success. This 2013 study was discontinued when the board of directors at U of B were made aware of a subject of this new study who was having a schizophrenic meltdown in one of the biology departments. This unnamed male student was a native Mandarin speaker from China. He was discovered nude by campus security when he managed to bang his fist through a glass door. His arm was treated for injuries as well as his chest and armpit region, both of which had lacerations from the hole in the door he was trying to make his way through. His mental state was much worse, however, failing to even form coherent sentences in either French or Mandarin. Upon further investigation, the basement of the campus building this unnamed test subject was found in housed 9 more subjects under lock and surveillance. They were housed in their confines by themselves with only pens and pads, for a minimum of 8 days according to Moulin's calendar, the only piece of Moulin's research that wasn't discarded in some fashion after the security's discovery. 8 of the subjects escaped the incident relatively fine, refusing to write porte, or door in French, continuously as instructed by Moulin. The remaining subject, also a transplant from China, attempted self-harm a number of times, and after the incident entered speech therapy, still having minor problems with her native language. Moulin, believe it or not, still hasn't been fired from the University of Bourgogne, and hasn't resigned either, but is on paid administrative leave. An investigation as to the illegal detainment of these 10 subjects is still ongoing, and 8 out of the 10 subjects are expected to give a testimony at Moulin's potential trial. My heart goes out to the 2 that won't.